So, today I want to talk about the fourth book of the Witcher series, The Time of Contempt. I really enjoyed reading this book. There are some complaints that I have, but in general I like where the series is going. The conflict between the different kingdoms, Nilfgaard and the Scoia'tael, is growing rapidly, while Yennefer and Geralt are trying to hide Ciri from the world. But despite their efforts, chaos breaks loose right in front of them. Everything gets far more hectic and complicated in The Time of Contempt, and I really liked it. Especially the way how characters interacted with each other. There are a couple of really interesting dialogues in this book. The only thing that I really hated happened right at the end of the book. I don't want to spoil anything, but let's say new characters were introduced and I hate them. They even made me dislike the book for a split second. I really don't want to spoil anything, but it's been a while since I hated a fictional character that much. Anyways, I calmed down again, and fortunately the ending did not destroy the book for me. But I still don't like the new guys. Other than that, The Time of Contempt was really fun to read in my opinion. If you like the other books of the series so far, then this one won't disappoint you. But now I want to talk about a couple of things more in detail, so spoiler warning. In my last video I complained about the relationship between Yennefer and Ciri because I think that Yennefer can be quite rough sometimes. But I have to say that I enjoyed their interactions more in this book. The war also got more interesting now that it isn't just a thing happening in the background anymore. People are looking more actively for Ciri, while kingdoms are creating alliances, bending the knee to Nilfgaard, or basically get overthrown. But my favorite part of this book was when Geralt accompanied Yennefer to the party of the mages. I really could have never predicted the things that he has experienced there. Mages are really interesting people, and conversations with them can vary from topics like the importance of protecting endangered animals to a lot of It was really funny how the Witcher was overwhelmed with everything. Geralt and Yennefer left the party together and went to sleep. He got up to pee at night and unfortunately walked right into hell. Long story short, Geralt was almost beaten to death and was then left in the woods. Yennefer is nowhere to find and Ciri disappeared through a portal to who knows where. That could actually be the beginning of a Hangover movie. After all of that, we are mainly focusing on Ciri's perspective, and I love the part where she had to survive through the desert. The portal left her there in the middle of nowhere, and I really had no idea how she would survive the desert, but she somehow did with the help of a unicorn. After barely surviving the desert, she gets caught by the man of Nilfgaard, and that's where we get to my least favorite part of this book. The man and Ciri meet a group of bounty hunters who caught a member of a famous gang named the Reds. But then the rest of the gang shows up, they save their friend, and they allow Ciri to join them. And I thought, nice, Ciri is joining a group of misfits who also lost everything because of the war, and now she wouldn't be alone anymore. And I was also okay with them being bad human beings because I thought rough times will create rough people. But then the guy that was captured by the bounty hunters tried to rape Ciri and I was immediately done with the whole group. I really hate them so much. Mr. Guy tells Ciri that she should escape with him because he argues that the bounty hunter man will kill him and rape her otherwise. But then that turns around and tries to do it himself while she was about to sleep. And keep in mind that Ciri is just a child. But that's unfortunately not all of it. That gets interrupted by another member of the gang and I thought, yes, she's going to save Ciri. But instead, she rapes her. I really hate all of them and I don't care if they get better in the future. I hate them from the bottom of my heart and I don't want to see any kind of redemption for the Reds. I want them all gone and Ciri safe with Geralt. You can't imagine how angry they made me. And I'm really hoping that they are not around too long in the later books. I'm so done with them and they almost made me hate the whole book. How can you acknowledge that rape is a bad thing and then do it yourself 5 seconds later? I'm getting angry again when I'm thinking about it. But it's a great book despite the ending and I enjoyed it quite a lot. If you haven't read The Time of Contempt and you enjoyed the books before this one, then I would definitely recommend it. Just watch out for the ending. That's all I had to say and thanks for watching. Ciao.